call on how that would work.
When it's also an animal, you might just get tired with you. Like, why aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very weak,
Yeah.
It might just be easier to.
Well, it has needs.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
It has
it has uses for you.
Well, it needs humans who are unscrupulous enough to, to want to get advantage with its presence. I mean, it really wants, just to let you guys know, it really wants to get to Waseda, curl up somewhere nice and safe.
I'll open all the windows
and have all the have the human basically run interference for it.
Yeah.
And then it will creep out at night or whenever. It's diurnal actually. Will creep. No, it's nocturnal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll creep out at night and take down prey and come back to its nice.
I'm all for it.
That's what it wants.
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
It understands humans after observing on the ship well enough to know that it could do this. And it's not sure it can find, difficult as this one is, it's not sure it can find another, dick,
quite easily.
quite as easily. And that's why it was saying, is this one going to turn on his buddy for me? It wanted to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as I know, you have nothing to value to me, so you are. I'm not going to kill you for it.
No, and you're
kind of. He did slash him in the neck.
Yeah.
He did actually put himself at risk.
I see no reason to attack you, but I do have a reason to not attack you. You did help me.
Yes,
so
right.
You're more in your favor than against your favor right now for me. Right?
Yeah. Good dude. You're marginally valued to him.
Yeah.
Marginal value to him at the moment.
And I didn't really drag him either.
Boy, I protected myself from the drug about that.
All right. God, that one rhetoric roll.
Come on. Eat. Come on, we have to eat.
Everyone needs to eat.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't. That's what did the job here, all the way down. All right, guys.
Yeah. Yes. Should I just finish them off?
Don't ask me.
Unless the creature wants to eat them alive, I'll just...
The creature is not.
Okay, then I'll just...
The creature has priorities.
I'll just...
Food later.
Yeah. This is...
Like I said, it's not stupid.
Yeah,
right?
But then I'm just giving to Morgoth and finishing them off with a dagger.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a religious thing for me.
Roll ritual.
Oh, I'm horrible at that.
Well, this is everything. Remember last time you had a critical failure.
Yeah.
Marginal failure, Morgoth, sees... Morgoth forgives his slightly less competent.
Can I read a little about Sarin to check up exactly what...
Yeah, 19.
19.
17.
There we go.
I made it.
Marginal success. Well, you, my friend, are definitely going to get 10 piety.
Yay!
Yeah. Good.
Thank you.
So it's
And of course,
a more
the corpses
battle
as well.
loss. We can feel
But just
Funny you should mention that. Because I have my little possession page right here, as I did for Derniel.
if there's any more flasks of mysterious liquid.
There we go. All right. Well, you would be nice. It's nice to know that he gave a whole silver to the dude.
Yeah.
So therefore, he has 4 silver coins or counters. Most importantly, he's got a wax tablet.
Okay.
Like a with a map drawn on it.
Okay.
And that was a map into the fens,
swamp.
into the swampy marshes.
Yeah.
And that's what he was following the whole time. And that is, sadly for you, all that he was carrying.
Yep.
He wasn't carrying all of his worldly possessions with him. But you will note that he has absolutely nothing to legitimize his to show somebody, right? No letter, no license, bracelet with runes on it, like David wears.
No proof.
Yeah, no proof of mission.
Okay.
Right? So he's on a black op.
Yeah.
As far as, and that you're smart enough to know that.
Yeah.
Like, he's a professional guy, wears his credentials.
Yeah.
Right.
Do I need to bring back an ear or something?
No.
To prove.
You don't. I don't think so.
No.
I think, not that I can think of. I mean, if you were an adherent of Nave, yes, assassination is what they do.
Yeah.
Morgoth is, I don't know. I mean, maybe
I
you
can
should
just
read
bring
it and kind of
just bring the
interpret.
tablets, like some proof for the cult. That
Okay. That's a good question.
I can bring the ear as well.
Yeah, that's true. But I also want to tell you something else that I forgot. It's not on this sheet for a reason because you just acquired it.
Okay.
It is alchemical.
Okay.
You do have at this point another one of those heavy little glass bottles.
Yep.
And it is full almost to the top with a greasy.
Okay.
A greasy
Not
liquid.
the same.
Not at all.
Cool.
And he had that extremely well secured, cloth wrapped around it, satchel, close to his body. There's no way he could have dropped, lost, or broken it with that padding either.
No.
So that was important.
I'm going for the coins.
The big ones.
Yeah.
Oh, for the horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that means that you're dealing with a nervous, unhappy, stomping horse over there, who's probably, because he's at the edge of the map, I'm not going to say, but basically he's off the map a little further, kind of in that halting, stepping backward way. But we'll just leave him in that square for our purposes. But I shall, as I have learned more, check out our little bestiary, because I have, that's right, I've already looked at the horses for other reasons. So animal craft is the relevant skill.
Yeah, we don't have.
Okay.
Is that also isn't there for breeding the animals, like animal husbandry?
Technically it is, but I also think it must have something to do with managing them in that context, which means, like, I'm a human, you're a horse, this is how we do things. Seems it's the only thing that...
Use the sword. Sort of calming.
Exactly.
Or you could attempt to, regardless of its mood, simply attempt to physically, like, wrestle that off it.
Yeah.
You are opening yourself up to a horse
I don't
swiveling
want
and
to wrestle
hitting
a
you.
horse.
You do not want the back end of a horse.
Yeah.
You saw what the front end of the horse
Yeah.
do? The back end is worse.
Yeah.
So,
Again, and skills are really gonna help a lot.
boy, who would have thought that, like, trying to calm an angry horse, an upset horse, is harder than stabbing
someone.
And when I think about it, having dealt with plenty of horses, I actually would much rather attempt to stab a guy than
Yes,
calm
I
an angry
agree.
horse.
Horses are quite large.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And this isn't either like a war horse or anything,
No.
but it is a riding horse. It's
Yeah.
not a pony.
Can I try
So
sneaking up to the horse?
no, it's extremely wary, and
Okay.
I suspect it's watching all of this and is very confused.
Yes.
Yeah, one wrong move and it will gallop away. It will, top speed will bolt.
Voice and talk calmly to it.
Yeah.
Will that work?
Certainly will, right?
Yeah.
Will and voice.
Yeah.
But
I won't try.
Will is not the best.
It's better
You
than
got a
mine.
good voice though.
Yeah, voice is 13, will is 9.
Okay.
There are worse.
Yeah.
Voice 6.
Yeah, but isn't that how it's supposed to work? You default to your basic attributes?
Yes,
You
with
don't
a
have skill.
multiple.
Yeah, with a multiple. Yeah,
It would be
exactly.
voice.
Yeah.
It would be voice.
Yeah. Try to calm down the horse.
Correct. Now-
Calm calmly.
In an ordinary situation, like just with a comfy horse who's munching his oats or whatever, and you just want to kind of get along with a horse by making a soothing noise, times 5 would be the least, right? Maybe even more. This is not that horse.
Nope.
Times 3 is the best you're going to get, I think.
It's still a 39.
Yeah.
Oh, and you smell of blood,
Yeah.
you know?
Master's blood.
Yeah. Well, any blood. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a combat horse,
No,
right?
no.
It's not.
It's probably smelling that thing as well. So.
Kind of amazing.
Well,
Or it could have-
actually,
did it hear
that
it?
thing.
It could,
Yeah, it can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Could
not.
you hypnotize the horse, please?
Yeah. Well, you're approaching the horse, and
Yeah.
it can tell that you
Yeah.
want that. Well, it needs to keep you happy.
Yeah. You're apparently very hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, the horse is not just. It doesn't just work out and stand there because it's not a critical success, but it calms significantly.
Yeah. And I calmly approach.
Right. Now you have times 6 on your voice.
Yeah.
That seems. I'm
Yeah.
doubling the.
Yeah.
So it's times 6,
Yeah.
so there's 39 would
78.
86.
There is going to be a bit of stepping. Well, you step up, it steps away.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's
still-
been hit hard enough that it's not going to bolt.
Mm.
But you're going to have not a fun day of finally
Yeah.
getting that off. I'm
It-
going to
it-
say you can.
It's
just
going to take time.
it's going to take time. The
L-
creature is the only thing that's keeping it stable.
Yeah.
And the creature is not going to do this forever.
No.
So yeah, you are definitely. I'm just going to say this is going to take a while.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So
moving
the-
in the right direction.
So the two of you, I can't imagine how do you get out of a fight with no fatigue. No, you guys are hammered. Okay, you guys are. I'm hitting you with 5 fatigue. I cannot.
Yeah.
I can't fathom this 1 fatigue per minute business. That just running around like that and everything.
Yeah,
I
that's
must
how
be
they-
missing something. I looked in there to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
if movement like just would knock down fatigue because you think it would,
Yeah.
but I didn't
Running.
find it.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd
there's
think
no
it should.
running skills on you.
It's
you
your
run
speed.
a marathon. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
it's your speed. So yeah, but you'd certainly think that a full move, a free move, would
But
knock down.
Don't you
fatigue.
lose fatigue quick as well?
Not very. Oh, you
Right.
mean gain it back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what it's like right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want you
So
guys to
absolutely
appreciate just how whipped
Yeah.
you are.
But since
at the
it takes so long, takes quite a bit of time to gain fatigue, and then you can just rest the turn or what it is. And
I don't want to process it.
but
right
it's
now. Yeah.
it's
It's one of those things I want to get better
Yes.
at with the system.
Yeah.
Now that I'm past a few gates.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and establish that the two of you can start making your way back.
Yes.
But it's not going to be, and you're not going to, with a marginal failure like that, you're not going to be able to keep the horse.
No.
When the
I was
monster's-
not expecting
when
that.
the monster's done, it's going to get out.
gone.
It wants to get away from you.
When you're walking
Away
back
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means
So
you,
stumbling.
a critical
Yeah.
success
with
on his part,
saddlebags and everything.
you have a horse,
Mm.
but you don't.
Yeah, no,
So-
have fun walking back with saddlebags filled with copper.
That's right.
Yeah.
You may be interested to know he seemed very directed and aware.
Yeah.
And that actually was a fairly substantial amount. That's enough for a horse to carry.
Yeah.
Good thing you're strong.
Yes.
It needs
Strength
rest sometime.
50.
Yeah, and with some rest you can do it.
Yeah,
But the two of you are bloody and did you take any injury?
During the fight, yes, but not today.
Okay, so you still have the old one
Yes,
still.
I'm still bruised from falling off the roof.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I took
Anything
blood to the
else?
thorax
I
and
think
to
that
the
was the
thigh.
thing.
Can't believe the two of you have escaped with so little
Yeah.
scrapes.
Yeah, mine were goat related.
Yeah.
My injuries.
Fell
Yeah.
off a wagon, no? But that's
I jumped into a wagon.
Yeah.
And I fell out of
and
it.
hurt my ribs, and then I fell off a roof.
Yeah.
Trying to hide from some goats. I think I was stepped on by a goat as well.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Goat
Right.
life.
You know, I did find numbers
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
I was
of course.
sad. I would have been happy to have pulled out my numbers.
Oh no.
Goats, really? Flip.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Dangerous fall.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can believe this.
Those horns are no joke, by the way.
No,
Just
no.
one little sway of its head, and you feel like you've been hit by a hammer.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, lots of muscle there.
No, I was on a farm one
Ah.
time. As a
Yeah,
kid, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a charge or anything. He just, waved his head around. It's
I once helped a carry horse, and the first thing they say was, do not go near an angry horse. Like,
No.
just don't go near it at all. If you see an angry horse, stay as far away as possible.
So you two are, off on your
walking.
Yeah, you've got to, and it may occur to you that you're, you have no food that anyone wants to eat. You have no camping gear. Oh, that was all in the wagon.
Yeah, and that went off a different way, didn't it? The
wagon actually, no, the donkey did go dashing
ran
that
off,
way.
Yeah.
might catch up with it.
You might catch up with it. Yeah, that's true.
If
We'll see what the encounter says.
If it tires.
So, on to the next watch or two for you. To finish out the day, I think, actually, for the two of you. Let's just see how that's going to look. And that will catch them up to your timing.
Yeah.
Because you're still in the mid-afternoon-ish watch, if I'm not mistaken. Although, given the running around looking for him and stuff like that, we're going to eat up a watch.
Yeah.
Which is
probably
why I rolled for the encounter.
Yeah, you did.
Because
Yes.
I wanted to finish out that.
Correct.
Rural or highway? You really do not want that particular encounter.
Then don't do
Let's
it.
skip that one.
No, I'm damaged.
Yes.
No encounter. Next watch. No encounter. All right.
We fought a dragon.
Yeah, good. I will survive. Yeah.
We won without taking damage.
Yes.
That's all.
Fortunately, they rolled no encounter for the next couple of watches, so they're going to have a lonely, but at least not. I mean, what I really liked is if they encountered local lord or his men, because that would be the advanced scouts that Sir Petrin had sent out, which would have been a very interesting conversation.
Rhetoric.
At that point.
Please have some more food.
Yeah, I'm also curious. The conversation that your two characters might have over the next few hours does strike me as kind of interesting. And the creature too.
Are you supposed to roll encounter per player or per party, or does it actually say that?
If we travel together, it should be.
I think I think it's as a party, but it does say something about multiple encounters rolls. But that must be for people in different places. I'll have to look.
I mean, it also says roll once per minute or something in ruins or something like that, which is.
I don't care. It's for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's not my problem.
Yeah, two people walking, a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
They're not interested in me. I just leave you. Like, that does not work.